নমস্কার গিরিগিথানি হাব্বিরে ভক্তি শ্রদ্ধা বানানংশী বারো সাজারাং হমাকাত করিয়া আজিকার অনুষ্ঠান হান করা জিয়ারগা আজিকার অনুষ্ঠান হান মূলত আমার হাব্বির সুপরিচিতা দর্শনা জাভেরি গীথানো করে হাদি হানজে সঙ্গীত নাটক একাডেমি রত্ন পুরস্কারে ভূষিত করানি ওই গীথানো কুগরে ইন্দো বাংলা বিষ্ণুপ্রিয়া মণিপুরী অ্যাসোসিয়েশনের পেজর মাধ্যমে গীথানো করে ফেলিসিটেশন আহান সম্মান আহান জানি তাঙায় তৎসঙ্গে এর সম্মান এহানল যাতে নোয়া প্রজন্ম নাসার প্রতি আগ্রহী হইতারা নাসারে নিজের জীবনের অঙ্গ আগ হিসাবে নিতারাগা ও ঠৌরাংল আজিকার অনুষ্ঠান হান গিরিগিথানি হাব্বিরে আজিকার অনুষ্ঠানে স্বাগত জানিয়া বারো হমাকাত করিয়া অনুষ্ঠান হান অকরাজিয়ারগা অকরাগত হাব্বির আগে মোর নিজের পরিচয় হ্যান দেনা থক মি দিলীপ কুমার সিংহ শিলচর ভারতের তোমাতুরি আমার লগে আছে আর এক সহযোগী আমার সঞ্চালিকা আগ যেগো নিয়াম প্রমিসিং আর্টিস্ট আগ বারো গীথানক মণিপুরী নৃত্যল ডাঙর ভিজন আহল কাম করেছে গীথানক কঙ্কনা সিংহ ফ্রম কলকাতা ইন্ডিয়া কঙ্কনা নিজের খানিক ইন্ট্রোডাকশন হান দিয়া দেয়
মি আর কিতা মাতু মানে নিজর ব্যাপারে আশা কিতাও নিয়াম নাওমাতি আজি পদ্মশ্রী দর্শনা ঝাভেরি মানে গীথানো করে আমি এতে ইনভাইট করে পারেছি আর কি ওহানোর কা এবং আজি এরে অনুষ্ঠান আন মি দিলীপ দার লগে কো হোস্ট করবি ওহান মোটা জবর মানে প্রেস্টিজ মানে বহুত জবর সম্মানর ইয়ারিহান বলি আমি খাল করি এসাদে সুযোগ মি যেন মানে আরো কু পাউরি এহান আশীর্বাদ করো এবং হাব্বি অডিয়েন্সেরও মি রিকোয়েস্ট করতো যে এরে আমার লাইভ ওয়ান চাঁদে নাকা এবং আশা করি যে আগামী এরে লাইভ ওয়ান যতহান চলতোই অতহান আমি যেটা টোটোরিয়ার যেটা হুনিয়ার ওটা হাব্বি হিকতা গাই কিছু না কিছু হান হিকতা গাই এরে আমার গীথানো করাংত আমার গুরুরাংত আমার গুরু স্থানীয় যে গীথানো কারো আছে আজি সেইরাংত
অশেষ ধন্যবাদ কঙ্কনা গীথানক এহান মর্তাও বিরাট ডাঙর সম্মানের ব্যাপার হান সরি কঙ্কনা গীথানকর লগে অনুষ্ঠান হান সঞ্চালনা করানি উতাও হাবিত্য ডাঙর গীথানজ্ঞ যেগো আজিকার দিনে হাবিত্য বয়স্ক যে গীথানজ্ঞ তীর সম্মানার্থে অনুষ্ঠানে হানোর মধ্যে ইন্দো বাংলা বিষ্ণুপ্রিয়া মণিপুরী অ্যাসোসিয়েশনের পক্ষ তো অনুষ্ঠান হানো করা দিয়ে না পয়লা অকরাগত কথা হান মাতানি মনৌরি আমার সঞ্চালন হান বিষ্ণুপ্রিয়া মণিপুরী বাংলা বারো ইংলিশে উইতই যাহাতে করে হাবিমানও হারপা পারবাং উসাদে সময় সময়ে যে কোনো ভাষা আখ্যানোর মাঝে আমি স্টিক নাও থাইতা নাই হানতে let me start. Actually, in my childhood, what happened, somebody uttered like this, so far I remember, somebody uttered like this, bole, are Shorgotto Opshora Namesiga, Prithivi Hanat, Nasa Devwanirka. Yes, they were talking about Javeri sisters. So, Javeri sisters, they are the four sisters, Nayana Javeri, Ranjana Javeri, Suparna Javeri, and Darshana Javeri. Pitri Devor Nanghanulgatai, Navnital Chunilal Javeri ji, Matri Devi Nanghanulgatai, Bimola Javeri Devi. Ebaka ahik ajikar je amar অতিথি গীথানো হাবির খুল্লি জাভেরি সিস্টার্সর হাদির দর্শনা জাভেরি যেগর জরম 9th February 1939 গীতানকে যে অ্যাওয়ার্ড পাছে গীতানক যে অ্যাওয়ার্ড পাছে ওটার মাঝে আমি মুখ্যত প্রচুর অ্যাওয়ার্ডস উতার হাদিগত মুখ্যত আমি মাত্তাঙাই সঙ্গীত নাটক একাডেমি অ্যাওয়ার্ড ইন 1996, Padmasri in 2002, Kalidas Samman Award that is in 2018, and very recently Sangit Natok Academy Fellowship that is Ratna in 2013. So on behalf of Indo-Bangla Vishnupriya Manipuri Association, we have the privilege to congratulate you, madam, for achieving such a goal, and we are really thankful to you. It's really a graceful occasion with your presence in our live session today. She is a mother, a daughter, a teacher, a choreographer, a dancer, an institute, an encyclopedia. Let's welcome most respected guest of tonight, Darshana Javeri ji. Madam, thank you very much. So welcome to the show. We are privileged to have you here. And madam, you are one of the pillars in nourishing and popularizing the Manipuri dance form across the world, along with the legend Guru Bipin Singh, Kalavati Devi ji, and your other three sisters. We are thankful to you for your tremendous contribution towards Indian classical dance, especially in Manipuri dance. A very big congratulations on being awarded the Sangit Natak Academy Ratna Award very recently. So let us start. Actually, this program is
Tata?
yes. Yes,
I want to add, as you were describing Auntie as a mother, a teacher, a choreographer, I think along with that, what she is a true devotee of classical dance, of Manipuri dance.
so nice.
That's what I have always seen, heard, and that's what I've always looked up at her as.
Thank you very much. Please coordinate
true
just like
devotee.
this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure today for me to be part of your Indo-Bangla Vishnupriya Manipuri Association. Talk with me on Manipuri dancing, my lifelong work on Manipuri dancing. I'm very much grateful, and please excuse me. Actually, I am not Bengali, I'm Gujarati, and still I'll try to speak in Bengali, English, Hindi. Please excuse me. Whichever is convenient to me, I will just reply. Huh?
Absolutely, Auntie, no problem.
Madam, we can ask in any
A
language,
talk
and
like
you
this-
can reply in any language too. There is no issue.
Yes,
There is
yes.
no
A
barrier in
talk like
language,
this
caste,
should
community,
have
nothing
no-
like that. No barrier of caste, community, language,
Right.
no barrier here. Ma'am.
Right.
Most welcome.
Absolutely.
Acha, ma'am, let us start. Actually, this program is just to congratulate you and felicitate you. And with that felicitation, we'd like to know something about yourself so that the new generation can be motivated. So this is the actual motive of the program tonight. So let us start. Actually, it's a discussion, not questioning. We are not questioning you. We are not of that
Just talking.
category. We can ask you some questions. So, ma'am, first of all, would like to ask, how did you feel to receive such a prestigious honor in recognition of your work in Manipuri classical dance? Could you brief us about this award as well, so that the audience can get a better understanding of?
You know, when I came to know that I'm receiving this award, it was such a surprise to me, and I was so happy in the sense that this honor is to Manipuri dance, not to myself personally, and really the world will know that Manipuri dance has received this award. So that way I have felt at that time, and I share this award, the honor of this award, to with my three elder sisters, my Guruji, revered Guruji, Guru Bipin Singh, my parents, my family members, my other gurus, my disciples, and my well wishers. I really feel that it is not to me alone, but because of all these, I have been able to devote my life to this classical Manipuri dancing.
Thank you
And
very much, ma'am.
this award, I feel that it is because of years of my work in the field of classical Manipuri dancing for its preservation, perpetuation, and propagation. All these 65 years of my life.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And moving forward, what reflection do you hope to have in the world of classical dance with your achievement today? Will it by any means change how Manipuri dance is perceived by all? If so, then how? Are you getting it, ma'am? Moving forward, what reflection do you hope to have in the world of classical dance with your achievement today? What is the perceivance of the audience and in the world, the how the world will visualize the fact that you have received the award?
Now, it's a long history of
Yes.
60 years, 65 years, which I have spent from my childhood since 40s.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, during 40s, uh, when we met our Guruji, Guru Vipin Singh, in 40s in Mumbai, in Bombay, and that was the atmosphere when it was the time of our revivalism in India, and because of Mahatma Gandhi ji, who inspired all the young generation to revive our rich ancient culture of dance and music, as well as Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, who brought all the art forms on a higher pedestal during that time. Hence, the boys and girls of the good society, high society, they started learning dance and music and taking part in the dance dramas on the stage. So that was the time when we were very young, just in 40s. But then at that time, Guruji came to Bombay, and he directed the dance drama first in 1943, when my two elder sisters, Naina and Ranjana, they met Guruji because Guruji was directing the Manipuri portion, and they made my sister heroine in Chaula Devi in Mumbai. And afterwards, other dance dramas also, the Mirabai or Amrapali, Narsi Mehta. So all these dance dramas Guruji directed, and in that my sisters used to take part. And after in 47, we two younger sisters, Suvarna and myself, Darshana, we emulated them. And Guruji used to come to our house to teach my two elder sisters, and then we also started learning from Guruji. And our it's such a long journey. In 50s, we started our whole dance activities are research oriented. So in 50s, we along with studying, learning dance from Guruji, we started doing research with Guruji, studying various shastras, the ancient Indian shastras as well as Vaishnavite Sangeet shastras, as well as Puranas and the shastras which were basis in Manipur, from which gurus used to take inspiration and create Manipuri dance. And then, of course, the regional forms were there, but uh, gradually they started taking inspiration from that also. But our work was to uh, go deep in the traditional Ras Leelas and Sankirtan. And then we collected the oral tradition of Ras and Sankirtan, as this oral tradition was coming by Guru Shishya Parampara, and gurus, they were not, during last 60 years, 100 years, gurus were not reading the shastras, but all the rich tradition came through Guru Shishya Parampara, and gurus had all the knowledge of Shastras. But our work was to study the Shastras, study the collecting the oral tradition and correlating the oral tradition with the Shastras and establishing the scientific tenets underlying the oral tradition. And taking root in it, we recomposed, re-choreographed for this stage. So this has been our main work for last 50 years with Guruji, Guru Vipin Singh, to bring the traditional and classical dances of Manipur from the temples to the theatre without polluting its original form and spirit. So this has been very important work during that time, during last 60 years. So, this was the main contribution, our work. And then after correlating, after establishing the scientific tenets, Guruji devised the 8 years systematic training course, and taking root in these classical elements, he composed and for this theatre. Because in Manipur, Ras Leela and Sankirtan, they go on for 8 to 10 hours from dusk to dawn. And we cannot present this long Ras and Sankirtan on this theatre, on this stage. Hence, we have to take root in it and recompose, re-choreograph for the theatre, for the present stage, for the present audience. So this has been very important work in Manipuri. It was necessary, and in other dance styles also, that was done in Bharatanatyam or Kuchipudi or Odissi. So or Kathak. So this has been our main work all these years.
ও মাই গড, তার মানে কি হচ্ছে ব্যাপারটা, যখন স্বাধীনতার সময় যেটা সাংস্কৃতিক আন্দোলন গড়ে ওঠার একটা প্ল্যান ছিল গান্ধীজি এবং রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুরের, কালচারাল রেনেসাস যাকে বলা
Right,
যায়,
right,
তখন you are one of the key person you are the lucky person to participate in that activity, and
right.
successfully you have done such a wonderful job to ম্যাম ৮ ঘন্টার একটা রাসলীলা এবং নট সংকীর্তন, ধরনের মণিপুরি নাচের ভ্যারাইটি সবকিছু অ্যাসেম্বল করে, কম্পাইল করে একটা জায়গায় মঞ্চে 2 ঘন্টার মধ্যে উপস্থাপন করতে পেরেছিলেন। এবং
ঠিকই
all
কথা।
the good elements of
Right.
the Manipuri dances, you have collected all these things and put it on the stage for say urban region, urban
Right.
yeah. So that is how we can, from the temple to the stage, you
Right.
have আপনি চলে নিয়ে আসলেন এই ডান্স ফর্মটাকে, যাতে করে ও মণিপুরীদের কাছেও ডান্সের ভাব যেটা আছে, গভীরতা যেটা আছে, সেটা পৌঁছে গেল। মারাত্মক একটা কন্ট্রিবিউশন, হ্যাটস অফ টু ইউ ম্যাম। এখন আমরা যাই, আমাদের কঙ্কনা বসে আছে, কঙ্কনার কাছ থেকে কঙ্কনার সাথে একটু দুই একটা কথা।
আমাকে যে প্রশ্ন করতে হবে সেটাই ভুলে গেছিলাম, মানে I was so engrossed in listening to all you were saying that I had completely forgotten that I also have to ask certain questions which I had in mind. Anyway, আপনার কথা এবং পুরনো কিছু ইন্টারভিউজেও আপনি বলেছেন যে রিগার্ডিং you traveling to Manipur for training purposes. So Guruji was not the only person you had taken training from. So how was your experience of getting trained from other gurus other than Guru Bipin Singh? Will you share a bit of?
Right. Actually, from the beginning, from 50s, Guruji used to come to our house in Bombay, and it was like a Gurukul system. From 7 o'clock in the morning, he used to come till 6 in the evening, and whole day we used to learn from him the dance or the bowls, the even mridang. In 50s, late 50s, we started learning mridang also. And Guruji first taught us 5 Bhangi Parengs in Mumbai, which is the main, the basis of Manipuri dancing, 5 Bhangi Parengs. He taught us, and these 5 Bhangi Parengs, he took us to Manipur in 1956, 4 of us, when we presented these Bhangi Parengs in front of 3 Ras Gurus, Guru Amubi Singh, Guru Atumba Singh, and Guru Amudon Sharma. So these 3 gurus were main, and in front of them we presented these 5 Bhangis learned from Guruji, of course in Guru Amudon Sharma's Gharana style. And these gurus were very pleased, they blessed us, and so that was in 56. And since then, we were learning Manipuri from Guruji. But then from 60 onwards, I used to go to Manipur practically once in 2 years or once a year. And there, Guruji was so broad-minded that he took us to different gurus of different forms. For example, learning Pung, the drum, Pung Cholom, from Guru Maitai Tumba Singh, or Guru Natek Singh, or Guru Amuyaima Singh. Then Ras songs and dances from Sutradhari Khetri Tombi Devi. She was the traditional, and she was the really encyclopedia of songs and dances. So I learned from her also. Then the Maibi Jagoi, the Lai Haroba, Kumar Maibi. I learned from Kumar Maibi the whole sequence of Lai Bau Jagoi, Hakchang Sagarpa, or Phi Saba, or Yun Saba. So all these I learned from Kumar Maibi. And then Kulachandra, Pandit Kulachandra Singh, from him we read some of the Maitai Puranas, like Harol or Panthovi Khomulol, all these old manuscripts on Laihrova. Then Kartal Cholom from Thangjam Chauba Singh, Maibam Ibunghol Singh. Then Pung Cholom from Koireng Singh. So all these other forms I learned from different gurus whenever I used to go to Manipur. But continuously, of course, from Guru Bipin Singh, and our research work and choreography work was continuously going on in Mumbai in Manipur. So, it was the full-time activity for me doing
Absolutely.
research. We collected from various gurus. Guru used to meet different gurus in Manipur, in Kachar, in Tripura, Sylhet, and collected as well as we recorded the Pung compositions of Sankirtan as well as songs of Ras Leela from gurus like Maitre Tumba Singh or Ibung Macha Sharma, and songs from Khetri Tombi Devi. We have collected all the oral tradition since 1958. In Mumbai first, we called them in Mumbai and then recorded. Then again, whenever I used to go to Manipur, Guruji used to call different gurus and we used to record. So I must be having about 130 hours of recording with me. So it's
It's
all
like
oral tradition, and it's a very rare and very valuable material, the knowledge we have, which is it's so important and so valuable, and it has
so
helped
it's
us.
like an archive. It's like an archive of Manipuri dance.
Right. So it's so all this work, and because of this collection of oral tradition and getting knowledge of Ras and Sankirtan, as well as study of the Shastras. So
Hmm.
one side the oral tradition, then Shastras, and then we correlated the oral tradition with the Shastras and established the scientific tenet. This means when it is little vague for all of you to understand, but gurus of Manipur, they had terminology in Meitei language, in their language, and they used to teach, and it has come from, Guru Shishya Parampara. Then after collecting this and after correlating, we found out what are the Sanskrit names in the Shastra for the same composition which gurus showed us or we recorded.
Yeah.
So this way
If you
we
can give one or two examples, so that the audience can understand.
it's I always give this example. In Manipur we have, when complete athaba we say, that is finishing any tal compositions, on the first stress it is called tankop dathaba, that is finishing on the first stress.
But
Huh. So, for example, in Tanche, dadin takita din takita din tadin tak takita tagin dadin takita da. So it is completed on the first stress. So it is the Tankok Dathaba or Man in Sanskrit. In
hmm.
Shastra, it is called Mana. Then on second stress, or Jugal Dathaba or Tanyai Dathaba in Manipuri, in by gurus used to say, and in Sanskrit it is Vardhaman. In Shastra it is written Vardhaman. For example, tal char tal din din thinta ta thin thinta trakata ta thinta ta thin thinta danta danta kita ta gira gira din trakata ta tang tang. It finishes on the second stress.
Yes.
It is something unique, but this is called Vardhaman in the Shastras, in the Vaishnava Shastra, and the last is on the last stress, that is Hiyaman, and the finishing on the last stress, which is the Tanmai Dathava.
My
That is the last stress in Tintal Achoba of 8 beats. Din, din, he, ginagara, din, ta, ginagara, din, ta, ta, hit, din, ta, ta, hit, ginagara, graga, denda, graga, denda, ginita, ta. So this is the third stress. It finished.
Yes.
Huh? It is called Hiyaman or Tanmay Dathaba. So this way we correlated and found out. Now, for example, in Manipur we have talas ranging from 4 to 68 beats. Now, these talas are divided into Shuddha, Shalak, Sankirna. The pure talas, then the Shalak is combination of two talas in basic time cycle, and Sankirna is a combination of three talas or more in the basic time cycle. So these are called in Shastra Shuddha, Shalak, and Sankirna. However, gurus call the Shalak and Sankirna as Fairtal. So just wondering why Fairtal. Then we found out that Fairtal is the Shalak and Sankirna, means the combination of two more than one tala. They call Fairtal. So that way we correlated different things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Slowly, this discussion is going towards such an academic discussion. It's so enriching to the listeners. So let's come back to the next question, which I wanted to ask, is that coming from a Gujarati family, as you said earlier, and being one of the four sisters, wasn't it difficult, like from starting from traveling to the extreme west to the extreme east? Wasn't there any problems with the language also while learning or while researching or anything? Just did you face any problems?
Of course. Reaching to Manipur was very difficult in those days. If we go by train, then it used to take 7 days in the beginning. But then, of course, when planes started, then we used to go up to Calcutta by train and then by flight to Imphal. But still, it used to take 3 days to reach Manipur. So it was difficult. But in 49 and 56, Guruji was very particular that as we are learning Manipuri dance, we must visit Manipur to imbibe the spirit of Manipuri dancing. And really, after going there once or twice, we were so much impressed by the way dance and music are interwoven in the fabric of the lives of the people of Manipur. The way of dedication and devotion of gurus and artists for their own art form. Or if we see in the temple, the Ras or Sankirtan, the way that devotees, the people who are Vaishnavite people, I mean, they used to sit for hours together and feel blessed to have the darshan of Krishna Radha, or in Sankirtan also, when they listen or see the songs of Krishna Radha, they get up from the audience. They go in the arena and they lay prostrate before the artist and they cry, shed tears of joy, or give present of either cloth or money in the form of money to show their gratitude to the people, to the artists, for giving them that ecstatic experience of bhakti ras or artistic experience, that highest ecstatic joy. So it's wonderful. All this, after seeing all this, we were so much impressed by the dance style, the lyrical and graceful dance style of Manipur, which suited to our body. So Guruji thought that we four sisters had that natural grace which is required for Manipuri. It should be natural. It is very difficult, but it was there. So Guruji thought that we were the right disciple to learn Manipuri. And we also thought that Guruji was the right guru for us, because he had that aesthetic sensibility highly developed.
Also, that eye to identify, that close and detailed eye to identify the correct disciple, that was also in him.
Right. And the way he used to teach, the way he was expert in teaching and making students to attract towards him. So that was and that the creative talent, that knowledge, that scholastic attitude from the
Hmm.
beginning. So it was wonderful, and we thought that he's the right guru for us. That's why we started taking more and more interest in learning Manipuri. And of course, after going to Manipur, we decided that we will devote our lives for the preservation and propagation of Manipuri dancing.
So, by what you said, Auntie, see, the fact that you received that divine happiness, that pleasure, so you forgot all your problems after going to Manipur, right?
Right, right. And I
And another
really,
thing,
because
yes,
in 1958, Guruji took us, the whole family, to Manipur, and we were the first non-Manipuris to dedicate our dancing to Shri Shri Govindji. And since then, I really feel from inside that since 1958, since that day, afterwards, we started performing in different villages in Manipur, in Kachar, and different village temples. And then Gauhati, Shillong, and all over India and all over the world. So since then till now, I have been able to devote myself to dedicate my dancing in the temples as well as in the all over the world. So that is I think, the blessings of Govindji, who has given me that strength to uh,
absolutely. Absolutely. Auntie, for our audiences, I would just like to add a bit. As Auntie was saying that when in Manipur, people used to watch the performers perform so well, they used to feel so much of aesthetic, that feeling of divinity. They used to come forward and surrender themselves in front of the performers. This is called, in Bishnupriya Manipuri language, this is called prem. বাংলাতে যদি বলা হয় প্রেমে ঢোকা বা আমাদের বিষ্ণুপ্রিয়া মণিপুরি ভাষায় প্রেমে হমানি, this is just for a short trivia for our audience so that they know that this is what is called or this is what you were talking about. So প্রেমে হমানি ওয়ান যে আমি জাস্ট যে টাকা ये करी আর কোনো পারফরম্যান্স আহন চেয়া যে বাকা খুব হারো यार ও বাকা যে দিদি আর ওহানি প্রেমে হয়
Rasanubhuti, to express Rasanubha, that aesthetic sensibility, I mean aesthetic pleasure.
pleasure, yes.
Ma'am, actually, I like to his ground, Konkona. Sorry, you want to say something? Please continue.
No, I just wanted to add that see in this live also how beautifully she just connected the Sanskrit word with the Manipuri word. This just living example of her research work. She's a human archive. That's it.
ম্যাডাম, একটা কথা এই প্রসঙ্গে, ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে কি, যেমন ইউনিক একটা জিনিস আমার যেটা চোখে পড়েছিল, যেমন ধরুন আমার মেয়ে একটি রাসলীলাতে নাচছে, শি ইজ এ পারফর্মার। কি হয়, যে মুহূর্তেই এই পোশাকটা পল্লীটা পরে নিল, একটা ভেতর থেকে একটা আবেগ কথা থেকে যেন চলে আসে। at the moment she enters the Rasho Mondoli, we feel crying. We feel crying. So at the same time, whenever we get a chance, we মানে আমরা একটা চান্স খুঁজি কি করে আমার মেয়ের অন্তত পায়ে স্পর্শ করে, পা স্পর্শ করার সাথে সাথে কথা থেকে জলটা চলে আসে চোখে দিয়ে। And that is the uniqueness what I have experienced each and every gopi, রাখাল বলুন, রাখাল রাসে বলুন, আর রাস নৃত্যতে বলুন, যে জিনিসটা আমি জানি না অন্য কোথাও পেয়েছি, একটা পিকুলিয়ার জিনিস। যখনই রাসমণ্ডলীতে শুধু এই যে এর আগে যখন গান শুরু করা হয় সূত্রধারীদের গানগুলো, একটা ভগবান প্রদত্ত একটা অলৌকিক যেমন একটা ব্যাপার, কিছু না দেখে কন্টিনিউ একটা জায়গাতে বসে কন্টিনিউয়াসলি ওনারা গান করেই যাচ্ছেন, একটা হারমোনিয়ামের পর্যন্ত একটা পেছন দিক থেকে কোনো ব্যাকিং নেই, কন্টিনিউ গানগুলো মুখস্থ, যেমন ঈশ্বর প্রদত্ত একটা শক্তি নিয়ে বসে আছে। আর এই যে ভেতরে গিয়ে আধ্যাত্মিকতা না কি একটা আবেগ যেটা চলে আসে, চোখের জল চলে আসা, ইভেন নিজের মেয়ের পায়া স্পর্শ করে নিজের চোখের জল চলে আসা, it's I don't think it is available anywhere in
Right.
any dance form. Is it right, ma'am?
Right. মানে অত জীবনের এক রূপ হয়ে গেছে, আর ভক্তি রস, ইউনো, মানে প্রত্যেক এই বৈষ্ণব ডিভোটি ভক্তি ভাব অত আসে যে I also feel so much, impressed whenever I go to Manipur or see Sankirtan. My really eyes become full of tears. It's wonderful beauty of the dance and beauty of that feeling of devotion to Krishna. It is absolutely, that's why I tell all my students also, or anybody learning Manipuri dance, they should visit Manipur to see this feeling, this devotional feeling of the people, that bhakti ras, how it is so much one in the devotees, while watching Sankirtan or Ras Leela. It's really
Absolutely.
unique.
Konkona, any question?
না, কোয়েশ্চেন না, অ্যাকচুয়ালি রিসেন্টলি অ্যাওয়ার্ড ফাংশনের পরপরই আমরা আন্টির পারফরমেন্স দেখেছি, মানে even at this stage of her life, even after so many years, even after dedicating so many years of her life to this art form, she is so graceful on stage. She is just breathtakingly beautiful. I was যখন পারমিতা দি আপনার ভিডিওটা শেয়ার করছে, লাইভ করছিল, I saw the video and I was so overwhelmed. I think it took me 1 or 2 days to like absorb what was going on. And I think it was Khandita, you performed on stage. It is one of my
Naika Vedas.
হ্যাঁ, খন্ডিতার পোর্শনটা মনে হয় করছিল। হ্যাঁ, it is one of my favorite items of Guruji, and I think আপনাকে আমি এর আগেও একবার পারফর্ম করতে দেখেছি, বাট there was কি বলবো, মানে যা আগে তাই এখন, মানে হয়তো আরো সুন্দর, হয়তো জাস্ট সামনে থেকে উইটনেস করাটাই was just missing. Other than that, it was so beautiful, the enchanting ambience which you created with your expression, with your movements, with that subtlety, with that nuanced performance. Everything was so beautiful. I would like to request Dilip da যদি ওই ভিডিওটা আমাদের ভিউয়ার্সদের জন্য একটু চালানো যায় তো। হ্যাঁ, ওইটা যদি একটুখানি আমরা আমাদের ভিউয়ার্সদের জন্য একটু চালাতে পারি তাহলে খুবই, I think they will also, it will be a privilege to them also, it will be an honor for them also, কারণ সবাই তো ফিজিক্যালি দিল্লিতে গিয়ে দেখতে পারেনি প্রোগ্রামটা, হয়তো লাইভে দেখেছে, একটু যদি দেখানো যায়। আনমিউট কর, দিলীপটা আনমিউট, দিলীপটা আনমিউট করো, আনমিউট, শুনতে পাচ্ছ?
টপিকটা যখন চলে এসেছে, ব্যাপারটা ও প্রিপেয়ার করছে, যদি আসে তাহলে আমরা ওই ভিডিওটা দেখাবো, একটু টেকনিক্যাল ব্যাপার আছে। বাই দ্যাট টাইম টপিকটা যখন চলে এসেছে, ম্যাডামকে একটু ফ্র্যাঙ্কলি একটা প্রশ্ন জিজ্ঞেস করতে চাইছি, হোয়াট ইজ দ্য সিক্রেট বিহাইন্ড ইওর বিউটি এন্ড ফিটনেস?
What is the reason behind?
What is the secret behind your beauty
and your fitness? Yes.
It's I think dance and music, they have that energy, that it's a battery charge sort of. If you dance, you keep in that atmosphere, it gives you that strength and that emotions and that energy, that I think it makes me feel active and continuously in my work, day and night. It's full-time activity for me, and it really charges you. So, and
That's
it
amazing.
has that positiveness, that the positive vibrations, dance and music, hmm, which makes you
একদমই
happy.
মানে I feel এটা থেকে কিন্তু as a young generation dancer, as I'm representing my generation, এটা কিন্তু মানে I would also like to know more যে মানে how can we, মানে এখনকার দিনে সবাই তো খুব fickle minded, একটুতেই বোর হয়ে যাওয়া, আচ্ছা আজকে তো ভালো লাগছে না, দুদিন পর let's try something new, let's try something new, let's try something new. It's the, I think it is a characteristic feature of our generation. তো আমি আমাদের জেনারেশনের পক্ষ থেকে জিজ্ঞেস করতে চাইবো যে what message will you give to the young generation so that they also can continue like you have, of course, throughout the entire journey of learning something difficult and learning something very important like a classical dance form or any
Right,
other dance form.
right. Now it is very much necessary, from the childhood, if you are trained and if you have that attitude to go deep in any field. Of course, dance and music are very, it relates to us, our life. In any subject, in any field, if you go deep, if you want to master it, and of course dance, body being its medium, it's very difficult art form. To master it requires years of hard work, riyaz, training, and it's like a yogic sadhana. It's a sadhana. So you have to stick to it, that perseverance, that you have to be after it. You have to go deep in one particular subject. Then only you can achieve something, gradually perfection, and then you can create. It's a part of that process, that any subject, science, law, whatever, koi bhi, if you go
একদম
deep into it, then that the creativity comes naturally. It is so natural, and then you feel that happiness, and that if mastery comes, then that happiness comes. And after, even for dancer, if you go deep, attain perfection, and then when you dance, practice or dance on the stage, you yourself get that spiritual joy. And if you experience that, and if you dance before the audience, you can create that rasanubhav, that rasanubhuti in the audience, in the onlooker. And that is the purpose of any art form, that it should create that rasanubhuti, that highest spiritual joy while seeing any art creation. That is the purpose of any art. And I really
absolutely.
feel that the youngsters, nowadays in this age, they are fickle minded. You are correct. They don't want to go deep, और मैंने पकड़ कर नहीं रहता है एक चीज, एक कोई भी एक सब्जेक्ट, एक कोई भी एक কাজ हो, মানে ওটা ভিতরে যেতে হয়, বেশি সময় দিতে হয়, বেশি কষ্ট করতে হয়, otherwise you cannot attend anything, perfection or that happiness. So in that superficial things, you won't get that happiness unless you go deep, unless you work hard. And that should be the, because the dance, our dance and music are so much uplifting. It's so much related to religion, the spiritual upliftment. So that should be the aim, or the for any dancer, any student, that higher ideal should be there. Can I want to reach there, and I want to achieve that spiritual joy. That should be the aim of any dancer, and not
Absolutely.
some superficial thing or commercial thing. Or so that is, of course, in this age it is difficult. but you should have those values, higher values in life. And we should be really fortunate to have the purpose of life, dance and music, to achieve, to go uh, achieve the
Towards
oneness.
such higher, yes.
Yeah. So that should be always the aim of any student, any dancer. You know, the short-lived entertainment and happiness, it's not the life. You cannot achieve that goal, that
Exactly.
ideal.
Exactly.
Hmm.
अच्छा मैडम, ये Konkona, we are sorry, we are unable to show the slide right now. In my background, we are trying to show it something, the way she took the a word there.
The
but
award-winning moment.
yeah,
Okay. The award-winning
but
moment of country.
yeah, that one is, we'll be displaying that one, but we are unable to display the dance performance right now. We are extremely sorry for that, ma'am. And actually,
ঠিক আছে,
by
আমরা
this
না হয়
time,
ওই ভিডিওটার লিংকটা না হয় আমরা কমেন্টে দিয়ে দেবো, কমেন্টে হাইলাইট করে দেবো, ওখান থেকে দেখা যাবে।
Exactly, খুব ভালো সাজেশন। আচ্ছা, বাই দিস টাইম আমি একটা কাজ করি, দর্শনা ম্যাডামের সাথে কথা বলে, যেটা হলো আমরা যে কোয়েশ্চেনারিজ গুলো রেডি করেছিলাম, একটা প্রশ্নের উত্তরে আপনি কয়েকটা প্রশ্নের উত্তর দিয়ে দিয়েছেন, যার জন্য আমাদের কিন্তু প্রশ্ন শর্ট এন্ড হয়ে গেছে।
সেই তো আমি মানে
তো এখন আর খুব বেশি প্রশ্ন নেই। তো বাই দ্যাট টাইম একটা কাজ করি, খুব আমাদের সোসাইটির খুব প্রমিনেন্ট পার্সোনালিটিস আমাদের শোটা দেখছেন অনেকেই, ঠিক আছে? তো ওনাদের কমেন্ট কয়েকটা আমি সবার সাথে শেয়ার করতে চাইছি।
আচ্ছা, আমরা একটুখানি আগে ছবিটা দেখি, তাহলে একটু ব্রেক পেয়ে যাবে, একটু জল খেয়ে আসবে।
হ্যাঁ, আমি কমেন্ট গুলো পড়ে নিচ্ছি, আর ভিডিওটা একটু দেখাতে পারবে?
হ্যাঁ, আগে ভিডিওটা দেখানো হয়ে যায়, ততক্ষণ তুমি জল খেয়ে আসো, জল খাও, একটু বসো, খাওয়া খাও।
ওকে, নো ইস্যু, নো ইস্যু।
ওটা দেখানো না, পুরোটা দেখা যাচ্ছে না, একটু উপরে তোলা।
Madam is taking the Sangeet Natak Academy Fellowship Ratna Award from our respected
আচ্ছা, ভিডিওটা এক সেকেন্ড, ভিডিওটা আরেকটুখানি ওপরে কি তোলা, ক্যামেরাটাকে একটু ওপরে তোলা যাবে অমৃতদাকে একটুখানি, কারণ ওই পিছনের ভিডিওটা পুরোটা দেখা যাচ্ছে না।
আমার এই তো চলে আসছে, ভেরি গুড। এখন আরেকবার দেখিয়ে দাও, এই তো হয়ে গেছে, আরেকবার দেখিয়ে দাও। সো দর্শকবৃন্দ, এহানুলিয়াতে আমার ছবিহান গীতানো কেগো জেবাকা সঙ্গীত নাটক একাডেমি রত্ন অ্যাওয়ার্ড, যেখান হাইয়েস্ট আমার সংস্কৃতির কাবুলিয়াস হাইয়েস্ট অ্যাওয়ার্ড ইন আওয়ার নেশন, এহান গীতানো করে এমারি দেনা হই, যেহানোর এরে ভিডিও হান প্রেসিডেন্ট মুর্মু গীতানো করান্ত এরে অ্যাওয়ার্ড হান রিসিভ করিনি। We all from Indo-Bangla Vishnupriya Manipuri Association would like to congratulate you again, and we are rather thankful to you for receiving the award on behalf of Manipuri dance. Yes, ma'am, I'd like to go for some of the comments here. Indrajit Sinha said, "This is a good opportunity for all of us to learn about the great stuff happening around the field of Manipuri dance." And Prafullo, Major Prafullo Kumar Sinha is culturally very much interested, and he is doing a lot for uplifting our culture. He is watching, Ashu Sinha is watching, Rinku Sinha is watching, so many are there. Brahmananda Sinha, this program would be a milestone for IBBMA. Welcome all. And Major Prafullo Kumar Sinha, he has said, "Ma'am Darshana Javeri ji ko darshan se punyo hoye." Acha. Then Dhirjit Sinha, he is from Bangladesh. Tamanna Rahman ji, she is there, ma'am. watching Darshana ma'am. ठीक है, तो तमन्ना मैडम is also watching with us. Welcome Tamanna Rahman madam. Indrajit Sinha, he has also one comment representing oral histories. He is in much more accessible formats and treating them from scientific perspective is an extremely interesting approach. Wonderful listening to a legend who herself is an institution from Brahmananda Sinha and Santosh Kumar Sinha. When I started to use internet for the first time, I searched Manipuri dance in Google and I saw a photo of Darshana Javeri ji performing on stage in a Western country, probably USA. And today I'm listening to her interview. I find myself very lucky, really eye opener and so interesting by Major Prafullo Kumar Sinha, Roma Sinha, heartiest greetings. She is also a very good dancer, ma'am. Heartiest greetings and warm congratulations, ma'am, for achieving such a great honor. Ma'am, you are the inspiration for all of us. I am also disciple as well as the daughter of Guru Haricharan Sinha. Ma'am, we know very well that you have certainly faced so much obstacles and difficulties in your journey, and of course succeed all such things wonderfully. In this regard, ma'am, please tell us how we should proceed in the same journey and how to imbibe our students, new generations, and how to popularize just like that, ma'am. And Brahmananda, Dilip Kumar Sinada, and Kankana both are wonderfully comparing. Thank you very much. And let us go concentrate on Darshana, ma'am. Time is also running out. We had 60 minutes. So actually, we have to wind up. Also, madam is also maybe she's getting tired. And
না
yes,
একটা
হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ শেষ করো না
একটা প্রশ্ন ছিল আমার কাছে, যেটা হয়তো গুরুজি তো কথা
না
বলে
just
নিয়েছেন। How did the formal training help to achieve success as we see you today? সবকিছুই হয়ে
এটা
গেছে
বলেন। হ্যাঁ 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 আমি আমি শুধু শেষে একটুখানি আন্টির সাথে জাস্ট এটা আমার পার্সোনাল একটুখানি জিজ্ঞেস করার ছিল, সেটা হচ্ছে আন্টি তো এতগুলো বছর তুমি নাচের জগতে কাটিয়েছো, তখনকার নাচের জগৎটা এখনকার নাচের জগৎ থেকে কতটা আলাদা ছিল, বা এখনকার যে কালচার বা এখনকার যে অ্যাম্বিয়েন্স বা এখনকার যা বিভিন্ন ডান্সার্সদের পারপাস হয়তো একটু চেঞ্জ হয়েছে কিনা, বা তাদের ট্রেনিং প্যাটার্ন তো অবভিয়াসলি চেঞ্জ হয়েইছে, কারণ এখন অনেক ব্যস্ততার মধ্যে মানুষ নাচ শিখতে চায়, যারা শিখতে চায় তারা অনেক ব্যস্ততার মধ্যে থেকেও তারা শিখছে, মানে অনেক কিছু তো নিশ্চয়ই পাল্টেছে। তো সেইগুলো আগে কি ছিল এবং এখন কি ছিল, সেগুলোর পাল্টানোটা কতটা ভালো খারাপ কি হয়েছে সেটা নিয়ে যদি কিছু বলো।
হ্যাঁ, আমি কি ভাবছি, আগের দিনে the way students were learning and we were practicing daily 6 ঘন্টা 7 ঘন্টা. So in our young days, I was dancing for 6 hours a day and practicing. Guruji used to make us do each pareng, three times, each toda, each alankar, just to make us do perfectly and building the stamina. So that way we were trained. And that's why at this age only also I can do little bit. Not fully, but still 5% also I can do it, because I had practiced so much. So while learning, if you are serious, if you are doing hard work, then only you will be able to learn. And I really believe strongly that each student, she should learn the basics. She should have strong foundation of that particular style. And if you learn that, if it is it becomes one with your body, then you can create or do anything once you are equipped with the basics. So yeah, nowadays what happens? They don't have time. So they just come and teach me one item or this. They don't want to learn the basics of the dance style, which is very much important. And I just want to tell you that the course, 8 years course, which Guruji has made, I have started giving on YouTube. I have started from January 9th. Every 9th day of the month, I am
Yes.
releasing that course. And now this next week, 9th of March, it will be second year course, Aditi 2, second year course. And first was foundation, then first year, now second year. So like that, every month I will release on YouTube. So
This is
I
such a
hope.
wonderful step. This is an amazing endeavor which you have started,
Right.
especially for dance enthusiasts and Manipuri dance
Students.
enthusiasts who might not have access to proper training, proper learning. They will at least get an idea of how Manipuri dance even looks like. Even I have talked to so many people, and especially people coming from southern part of our country, they do not know what Manipuri dance is. Or people coming from Western dance genre, they don't know that whether Manipuri dance form falls under Indian classical dance form or not. So it is a very important. I feel it is it is a very, it is a milestone. I think it is a milestone that people will now get access to that enriched Guruji's training patterns because of you, and it is an honor. And yes,
Acha, ma'am, actually, what is the link or what is the how to get that YouTube?
Actually, I think it's Darshana Jhaveri Manipuri Dance Immersive.
okay.
Darshana Javeri Manipuri dance
Dance Immersive. That
immersive.
is
I think Paramita Di has the link. Paramita Di has the link.
I can send her.
Okay.
Okay.
Here
Okay.
itself
So
in the comment box will provide
yes,
the
we
link.
will highlight that comment of that link.
Acha.
YouTube.
So, ma'am, you must be tired. If you want, you can take a little water and let me ask small questions. You have to just answer it
It's
very,
okay.
very shortly, ma'am.
It's okay. You can continue. No problem.
Madam, what is the key difference between the traditional and key and a professional dancer? What is the key difference between a traditional and a professional dancer?
Dancers. Traditional dancers, of course, in Manipur, we have dancers dancing in the Ras Leelas, or of course Sankirtan. In Sankirtan, the drummers, and they have regular training, very disciplined training. In Ras Leela, only before 3 months or 6 months, Rasdaris, they teach the gopis, whoever is taking part in that particular Ras Leela, those dances they teach. But it's not professionally done. It's just to teach them or take part in the Ras Leela.
Just for that period, they are teaching.
But for coming on the stage as a professional dancer, one has to be very much equipped with the style, the movements, the perfection of the movements, and the presentation. So many things come in that professionalism. So when you come on the stage, also the expectation is different of the onlookers, of the audience. They expect the artistic mastery, the technical mastery, or that perfection in the dance style. And of course, the demands of the stage theater is different. What we do in the temples, the choreography is different, the duration is different, the presentation is different. But in the theater, everything it depends on the stage presentation, the duration of each item. Within 2 hours, we have to show different variety of the form, Krishna dance, Radha dance, Tandav, Lasya, then solo, duet, group, and the duration of each item. The it should have that richness of the movements, the bowls, and the composition should be that rich, as well as the perfection of the artist in their movements. It is very much necessary, and it is very demanding to dance in the theater, on the stage. So expectation, because they want to have that rasanubhav in the, they don't have any religious devotional bhakti ras or anything, the present audience in the theater,
Hmm.
they have different expectation from
Yes,
the
yes.
Yes.
artist. So
Yes.
so professional dancers have to be very particular, to have that mastery on their particular style, or we
Yes,
can
yes.
even
Also,
yeah,
Auntie, sorry to cut in. Also, I feel as a dancer, as a professional dancer myself, when it comes to being a traditional dancer, like when a person is performing only for a particular situation, particular ritual, the motive of the performer is different than from the person who is performing on stage. A
stage.
performer who is performing on stage, the motive is to uh, uh, what to say, build a connection with the audience. But when you are doing a traditional thing, when you are doing it on a traditional platform, the motive is to build a connection with God, with the supreme being, and
But
then other things
one thing
matter.
I believe personally, that for us, theater is temple for us. So whenever we go on the stage, I go on the stage, that feeling of devotion and that sincerity in your own dance, while dancing, you should be one with it. That sincerity and that that religious feeling should be there. Then
Okay.
only you
Absolutely.
can come out with the best. You can bring out best from your body. And of course,
Greatest
this
advice. Greatest
audience,
advice, ma'am. Yes,
that is
greatest
secondary.
advice, ma'am. Yes,
And
greatest advice.
while
Actually,
on
for
dancing
any
on
form
stage,
of dance, any form of creativity, any form of this thing,
art,
one should consider the stage as a temple only, and with full
Absolutely.
devotion only he has to perform. He or she has
right,
to perform. Then
that
only,
devotion, right,
yeah, he can feel the his or her performance, own performance.
right.
Acha, with this question, is it not? I think uh, whether to ask you or not. One thing in temple, whenever
Sorry.
no, ma'am,
No, no, no problem. No problem.
ये हमारा नहीं है, पश्चिम करो, कल ना करेंगे.
in temple when these traditional dancers perform this Ras Leela or Sankirtana, can we consider it as a folk or a classical dance? When you perform it, it's purely
Not folk.
classical, no problem.
Folk is different. Folk is
Okay.
has different category, different definition. This dances, classical dances, it has that serenity, that richness.
Hmm.
So classical dance, and it's not that if you do in group it is called folk, or if you do solo it is called classical. It's not that way. Classical is highly developed and has base of shastras, and it is gone, that the stage is different in classical. Folk is different, tribal is different, and but Ras Leela we don't say folk, it is
Hmm.
classical.
It is a class.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
Absolutely.
you very much, ma'am. Acha, one question actually it has come from Tamanna Rahman madam. একটা কথা বলার লোভ সামলাতে পারছি না। আমি নিজেকে অত্যন্ত ভাগ্যবতী মনে করছি। কারণ দীর্ঘ 6 বছর দর্শনা বেনের গুরু বিপিন সিং এর কাছে থেকে মণিপুরি নাচ শিখতে পেরেছি। একই সাথে মুম্বাইতে মাঝে মাঝে গিয়ে দর্শনা ম্যামের কাছ থেকে মণিপুরি নৃত্যের তালিম নেওয়ার সুযোগ পেয়েছি। বাংলাদেশে আর দ্বিতীয় কেউ এই সুযোগ পায়নি। I don't know how to express my gratitude. Thank you, Darshana Bem, for all your love and affection you have showered on me. Congratulations and for receiving the most prestigious award. From Tamanna. Yes.
Okay. No, I
আরে
was
কি
really.
সুন্দর কথা।
She had called me to Bangladesh and I had taken workshop and demonstration and program we had done. It is very nice. It was very good experience.
Thank
I
you very
think
much,
at this
Tamanna
point-
ma'am, for being with us. তামান্না ম্যামকে বলছি আমাদের সাথে থাকার জন্য অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ। সাথে থাকবেন, আবার এইরকম এনকারেজ করতে থাকবেন।
Thank you.
কল্পনা, let us wind up.
Absolutely. I think at this point, everybody is just extremely grateful that you allowed us to have this discussion with you, Auntie. মানে এটা আমাদের at least আমার তো একদমই না, মানে আমার তো জীবনকালে মনে হয় এটা সব থেকে মানে one of my most memorable moments হয়ে থাকবে। I'm just extremely thankful to this platform also, IBBNA, that they have curated such a beautiful discussion with Auntie and myself. এর পরবর্তীতে আমি জাস্ট সব আমাদের অডিয়েন্স যারা আছে বা আমাদের অডিয়েন্সের মধ্যে যদি কোনো ইমার্জিং আর্টিস্ট যদি থাকে, আমাদের জেনারেশনের যদি কোনো আর্টিস্ট থেকে থাকে, যেমন করে ম্যাম বলছিলেন যে পারফরমেন্স বা নাচ শেখাটা মানে হতে হবে to become deeper. You have to understand the art form from a very deeper aspect. You have to go deeper. You have to delve deep into what you are trying to learn. Because ওপর শেখাটা তখন শেখাটার কমপ্লিট থাকে না, বা সেই শেখাটার কোনো মূল্য থাকে না, সেটার কোনো ফাউন্ডেশন থাকে না। যখন আমরা আরো গভীরে গিয়ে শিখি তখন সেই শেখাটার মধ্যে যেন আরো ভ্যালিডেশন তৈরি করে আমাদের মধ্যে এবং আমাদের যারা দেখছে আমাদের শেখাচ্ছে তাদের মধ্যে। And as Auntie said, getting a proper guru, getting a proper training is also very, very important for young artists, young learners like us. And এই সূত্রে জাস্ট আমি দুটো কথা বলে শেষ করবো। হচ্ছে এই যে আন্টি আপনি বললেন যে টু লার্ন সামথিং টু দ্য পারফেকশন দিয়ে শেখা, এটা আমার মাও অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমায় বলে, কারণ আমিও মাঝে মধ্যে অনেক কিছু ফিকল মাইন্ডেড তো হয়ে যায় সবাই, এভরিবডি ইজ আ ভিকটিম অফ দিস জেনারেশন। তো মা বলে যে নো, যদি আমাদের ভাষায় মানে বিষ্ণুপ্রিয়াতে যদি বলে তো টিকগোপে ইয়োয়া হিকিস, মানে বলছে যে একদম উঁচুতে শৃঙ্গতে গিয়ে শেখো, ওই শৃঙ্গ অব্দি পৌঁছানোর ওই জার্নিটা যেন আজীবন করতে পারি, এটাই আমি আশীর্বাদ চাইবো তোমার কাছ থেকে। এবং আরেকটা জিনিস যেটা হচ্ছে কিনা গুরুজি মানে গুরু বিপিন সিং এর ঘরানাটা যেন আজীবন চলে, এবং it's a timeless pattern, it's a timeless creation, those are just timeless creations, ওটা যেন আজীবন কাল চলতে থাকে। আমি I being one of the members of that gharana, I am praying to you so that I can take it forward in my own little way, however possible. চেষ্টা করবো যাতে আরো একটু এগিয়ে যাই, আর একটু শেখাতে পারি, চেষ্টা করবো, এটাই চাইবো। এবং আমাদের অডিয়েন্সকেও বলবো যে আপনারাও যদি পরবর্তীকালে মণিপুরি নাচকে যদি আপনারা ভালোবাসতে চান তাহলে আপনারাও শিখতে আসুন, because Manipuri dancers are very less in this country, very less. People don't really know about Manipuri dance the way it should be known, the way it should be popularized. It is not at all very much popular like other dance forms. I don't want to take any names, but there are other dance forms which are very popular. I want Manipuri dance to be spreaded out throughout the entire Indian map, and I really, really want youngsters to come forward and learn all the art forms which are connected to the Manipuri dance, be it martial art, be it thangta, be it pungcholom, be it kartal cholom, be it Sankirtan, anything. Just try to learn, try to read, try to delve deeper. এটাই বলে আমি দিলীপ দার কাছে চলে যাব।
ফিল্ডটা ফাঁকা, প্রচুর স্কোপ আছে, কেরিয়ার বানাতে পারবে। হ্যাঁ, মণিপুরি ড্যান্সের মাধ্যমে এই স্কোপটা, এই সুযোগটা সবাই নিন, তাহলেই মণিপুরি ডান্সটাও ভালো হবে, আপনারাও সুখে থাকবেন, আনন্দে থাকবেন, জীবিকাটাও হয়ে যাবে, জীবনটাও সুন্দর গড়ে উঠবে। যেমন সামনে দেখা যাচ্ছে আমাদের দুজন, আমাদের দর্শনা ম্যাম এবং কঙ্কনা, আপকামিং আর্টিস্ট। আর একটা কথা বলে শেষ করতে চাইবো, ম্যাডাম, আমি কিন্তু কঙ্কনা যেমন বললো, আমি কিন্তু আজীবন আমার শেষ নিঃশ্বাস পর্যন্ত আমার এই প্রোগ্রামটা, আজকে আপনার সাথে দুটো কথা বলার যে সুযোগ পেয়েছি, এই কথা কিন্তু আমি জীবনে ভুলতে পারবো না, হয়তো পরে জন্মেও থাকবে। ধন্যবাদ, and we are really
Thank you so
grateful
much for inviting me for this wonderful talk. Kankana, thank you so much.
থ্যাংক ইউ আন্টি, থ্যাংক ইউ। তুমি আমায়
আচ্ছা।
আশীর্বাদ করো, আর কিছু চাই না, যাতে আমি নাচতে পারি, সারা জীবন নাচ করতে পারি, নাচ থেকে ভালোবাসতে পারি। তুমি আমায় এটাই আশীর্বাদ করো।
Oh, yes.
আমাদের সবাইকে, IBBMA কেও আশীর্বাদ করবেন, আমরা যেন আপনাকে ভবিষ্যতেও পাই। আর ভগবানের কাছে একটাই প্রার্থনা করব, may we pray to God to keep you fit and healthy, man, forever.
And also as beautiful as today.
Yes, thank you very much. And before winding up, let us thank some of our key persons. আমাদের সাথে ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ডে যিনি ছিলেন, টেকনিক্যাল অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্স যিনি দিয়েছিলেন, হি ইজ রোহিজিৎ সিনহা ফ্রম শিলচর, আসাম। এখন আমি একটা স্টুডিওতে বসে আছি। স্টুডিওটা, একটা কথা বলি, নামটা আমি বলতে যাচ্ছি না, কারণ স্টুডিওটা লঞ্চ হতে যাচ্ছে ভেরি শর্টলি। তো লঞ্চিং এর আগেই আপনাকে দিয়ে আমরা একটা প্রোগ্রাম করে নিলাম। থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ ফর দ্যাট। আর আরেকজনের নাম আমরা যদি না বলি খুব ভুল হয়ে যাবে, পারমিতা। থ্রু পারমিতা only we got a chance to talk to you and arrange this program. We shall never forget Paramita for her cooperation, and thank you Paramita for being with us, and so nice of you. And
and also for solution, for the solution. এত সুন্দর করে, হ্যাঁ, for solving the problems.
শেষে একটা খুব সুন্দর প্রবলেমটা সলভ করে দিল। এন্ড সব থেকে বড় ধন্যবাদ আমরা জ্ঞাপন করতে চাই আমাদের যে এত সব দর্শক ছাড়া তো আমাদের এই প্রোগ্রামটা কিছুই ছিল না। এত সব দর্শক আমাদের সাথে আজকে অনুষ্ঠানটা দেখেছেন, ভবিষ্যতেও দেখবেন। সব দর্শক এবং IBBM এর পক্ষ থেকে আবারও আপনাকে অশেষ ধন্যবাদ। ভগবানের কাছে আপনার শ্রীবৃদ্ধি হোক, সুস্থ থাকুন, ভালো থাকুন, এই শুভকামনা নিয়ে আজকের অনুষ্ঠান শেষ করছি। সবাই
বলো সুস্থ থাকুন, ভালো থাকুন, নাচে থাকুন।
আরে বাবা, খুব ভালো কথা। শুভরাত্রি ম্যাডাম, ধন্যবাদ। নমস্কার সবাইকে, নমস্কার।